Just in the nick of time. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where you're going to? Life is a journey. It seems that with the journey as it is, we need something to help us with our direction. Here I would like to insert purpose. And take a moment to reflect on your life and the journey that you're on. Because it is one that we look for sameness. And yet the fact is, it is filled with mystery. We always want to have something be predictable. And yet we encounter the unpredictability of life more often than we'd like. And change? Let's have sameness, please. What about spontaneous changes? Oh my goodness. So, do you know where you're going? Do you like the things that life is showing you? You know, it's crucial to have purpose. It really is. Because if you don't have purpose, you're just wandering around lost. But it's also important for you to be able to surrender to the process of life. Because life, with all of its mystery and its unpredictability and the spontaneous changes that are in it, these are all designed for our betterment. It's as if life knows us at the very heart of our being. And because it does, it presents us with opportunities for that which is truly us to come forward. So in this, I'm saying to you, realize that purpose is good, but not to have a fixed purpose. Because realize your purpose can change as you go along, as you change. Okay, where we are right now. Our Earth is already in a fifth dimensional alignment. Okay, so we just went from a song to whoa. I know. But consider it. 5D. We've heard about it. We've been to movies and seen 3D. We've talked about 4D. And now here we are hearing that our Earth is already in a fifth dimensional alignment. This is another reality we're speaking of. It's a one that many of us have connections with in a number of ways, and we hope for it to be a better experience than much of what is happening right now. And let's look at what's happening right now, because we see this fifth dimensional reality hasn't really set in yet. We haven't really reached a tipping point, you might could say, where enough of awakened beings are internally living a fifth dimensional reality that then affects the external reality to where it then beams up with that fifth dimensional energy. So you might could say what we're doing is we're creating this tipping point. You might could say that this is a part of the purpose you have in living your life right now, is to create this tipping point. But until this tipping point, it seems as if we're awash in the infinite possibilities of free will. What does that really mean? It means that dark has as much power, if not more power, than light does right now. That's really what it means. But consider now, when we have that tipping point and fifth dimensional reality is anchored in a collective energy, that means enough of us are living it, then dark is not going to have the influence in the sway that it does right now. And the simple reason is enough of us will have what you might could say ridded ourselves of our own dark to where we're living light, and enough of us are living light to where that will be the presiding energy. In other words, right now, you can look about you and see what is being mirrored back to you. And that's a lot of dark. Did you catch that? I said mirrored back to you. Okay. That's because we still have a lot of dark that we have not really processed nor transformed inside ourselves. If you get honest with yourself and consider the thoughts and the feelings that you entertain a lot of the time, then you're caused to see that you're still involved in the first person present tense activity, and that is heal yourself. You're still involved in coming to the place of choosing to live love in yourself toward yourself, and then have that be the reflection that you extend to everybody else. And that's what's happening right now. We're all involved in our personal endeavor, our personal healing process of coming to a place to where, as was said in the opening part of the service, ease is the predominant reflection that exists in the way that we interact with everything. But until we get to that point, if you say you're feeling at ease, then that's a very relative thing, and it's very closely associated and connected to dis-ease. How at ease are you? Well, this morning I'm a little more at ease than I was earlier. So I could then claim I'm at ease. But the fact of the matter is, this morning I was filled with all kinds of dis-ease energies. But if I want to lay claim to then stating I'm at ease, then I have to take into account my own accountability and my own integrity and my own honesty. That my purpose is involved in living this and sharing this is something that those of you who have interacted with me know to be true. And this is a part of what stimulates you to choose to live it yourself. You see, we're all influencing one another. And this that's being made reference to, the earth is all ready for it, that's wonderful to know. Sometimes I wonder, don't you? Sometimes I look at it and I say, how can it possibly be? But then I have to realize that what I'm seeing through is much of the filtered stuff that's coming up to come out that I'm, in the moment, blinded by. And I know all of you know of what I'm speaking, because you experience it likewise. You have things come up and out of you that you wonder, am I losing it here? Or have I already lost it and I'm just being reminded? But then we look again and we say, one moment, please. One moment. And that moment gives you a chance to actually reflect and get a hold on the reality that you are, in your own sincerity, choosing to ascend in your own consciousness, instead of preferring to stay in the confusion, the darkness, the fear, and all the other attending denser frequencies. You know that you really do not want to live that, and that you are in a process of moving away from it. So, do you know where you're going to? Yes, you do. Do you like the things that life is showing you? If you have an attending clarity to look at it and see it for what it is, a reflection of things that you are in the process of transforming into a positiveness that leaves you in a state of feeling whole and healthy. Now, if we manage to do this in a given lifetime, wonderful for us. If it takes a couple of lifetimes to accomplish, wonderful for us. But sometimes we're so short-sighted that we do not we're so short-sighted that we do not see the progress that we're actually involved in making. So I say to you, look again and see, where are you in an alignment with your purpose? How is this actually registering with you with what you're doing with your life? Certainly, first and foremost, we are our own responsibilities. And in that, we're not here really to save the world. It's a big enough responsibility to try to keep our own acts together. But we are here in that to learn. And in our learning, to then realize there are other energies for us to mature into, such as genuine compassion, of having a sense of respect for others and in where they are and how they're attempting to live it themselves. And then to then reflect in ourselves and come to the place where we move from fighting and trying to defeat darkness by means of darkness into opening ourselves in love and trying to discover more ways to live love. That as we live it, we become more comfortable with love. The earth is ready for us. This is for us to reach a place of greater readiness ourselves. So this is encouragement that's coming to you today. And I realize that this type of encouragement isn't always easy to assimilate. But then again, as you do, you find that not all days are going to have a darkness to them. There will be a brightness that will and does shine through. So as you can, in this, look and see that sometimes when you see darkness, you're missing the light that's really there, that's trying to get your attention so you can move on with it. And thank you for your attention. For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.